Welcome and thanks for taking the next few minutes to let us show you how the Goal Assistant Matrix can help you in your real estate business. The following presentation will give you an idea of just some of the program's capabilities and features. At the end, we'll tell you how you can get your copy of this terrific system. We think the Goal Matrix is the tool you've been looking for, something simple and easy to use that will help you with setting goals, tracking sales and expenses, identifying and tracking business sources, and a way to customize your marketing and keep you focused on your business each day. Let's look at the program as the spokes on a wheel, or the face of a clock, with the hours from 1 to 12 each having an integral part of making up the full face. Some of the elements we'll look at today will be setting a financial goal, identifying business sources, using the program's tools to record, measure, and track our leads on a daily basis. We'll see how the Matrix, in a sense, coaches the agent to focus on those important daily activities. We believe that productivity through accountability is one of the keys to success. Here's the financial goal worksheet form used by the program. Let's look at it for a moment in its initialized stage. You can see we'll be starting at the bottom where it says Start Here. Next, we'll need to decide what our seller and buyer distribution will be. What will be the gross revenue needed, or the sold volume? How many closed transactions will I need? How many will I need to write? How many contracts? How many appointments? How many leads? And lastly, how many calls do I need to make? By making just a few choice entries on this worksheet, all those questions are automatically answered. The program breaks these results down further to monthly, weekly, and even daily goals. So, let's say we want to make $100,000 this year, including an estimate of expenses and that portion of income that goes to broker. You'll need to make $137,500 in our example. Our expense estimate can be input as a percent of GCI, or it can be estimated from a bottom-up approach, and I'll cover that a little later. Now let's estimate the percent of business we expect from listings. You'll see 60% in our example. You can see immediately the calculation that entry makes on both the seller and buyer sides of the form. You can follow along with the input numbers as we move through these next few slides. Next, let's estimate an average percent commission for both sellers and buyers. Of course, the numbers can be the same or they can be different. This gives us our sold volume results. Now let's enter an average sales price to our form. In the event you're a buyer's agent or a listing agent only, you'll use only one side of the form. You can see in our example that based on our entries so far, that you will need to close 15 listings and 10 buyer contracts for the year to meet our $100,000 goal. Next, you'll input your conversion rates to complete the task. In our example for sellers, the conversion rates we entered produced 19 listings we need to write next year. And we need 32 appointments to get those 19 contracts. And we need 160 leads to produce those appointments. So you can see the similar calculations made for the buyer side as well. Remember, these are annual numbers. And finally, you need to see how many calls are needed to produce those 236 leads, or 160 plus 76. If you convert one lead in 10, that's 10% in our example, or 2,360 calls we need for the year. See how quickly we were able to establish a goal? Obviously, we now need to make sure that this is a plan we can stand behind and support. If we don't like some of the generated numbers, we can change the information we entered. Remember, you are accountable to who? You, first and foremost. Don't use bogus numbers or rates that you honestly can't support. This plan is for you. It's your plan. Now, as you move through the year, you can always monitor your progress. Other worksheets in the program provide that capability. We just suggest that you not change the plan once you set it. Just measure against it every month and see where you are. Now, this is our monthly worksheet of our plan. As you can see, the 2,360 calls that we had for the year equal about 46 per week. And we need to close an average of 1.3 listings per month, or that's an average of about 4 per every 3 months, 1.3 times 3. And we need to close about 1 buyer contract per month. The other information is provided as a guideline for you on a monthly basis. Now that we've got our financial goal established, the program now asks you to identify those sources that you believe will produce your business for the year. As you can see, the program allows for up to 20 that you can track. You can see some of the ones that we chose. With regard to expenses, the program allows you to either estimate those expenses as a percent of commission income, or you can work off a monthly budget as you see here, your choice. If you choose the monthly budget approach, just identify those summary accounts that you use in your business and enter a monthly budget. The program can track up to 35 separate expense categories. Each month, you simply record the actual dollars that were spent for that month in those accounts. Let's not forget marketing. I'm sure you already have your marketing initiatives identified, as well as those touch items that you send to your contact database on a regular basis. And as you heard 1,000 times before, follow up on your leads and stay in touch, right? Well, the Goal Matrix provides a template to help you do just that. Once you've met someone and added them to your contact database, you can easily select a list of items for that contact that will accomplish that task of staying in touch. Now, let's take a quick look at how the Goal Matrix can help you track your closed sales. You'll enter the various items of information for each closed transaction on this worksheet. Was it a listing or buyer sale? What was the source of business? A client name? A property address? What was the contract price, the closing date, and percent commission? Now, totals are always calculated and displayed at the top of this worksheet. Now, once you've entered the appropriate transaction detail as described previously, then the commission dollars are automatically calculated and displayed. Based on the input you enter here, the program provides a business source report and a client type report. And best of all, while your financial goal is for a calendar year, the program tracks your anniversary date and monitors when you reach your caps automatically. Your current listings and buyer agreements are entered and tracked on a similar but separate worksheet. In this way, the program keeps a complete record of what has been closed and what still remains active and open. Finally, let's take a look at the headings on the daily activity worksheet. You can record the number of calls made, notes written, contacts made, face-to-face meetings, and names added to your database. Remember the 46 weekly calls that was calculated for us on the goals page? You can see that number here and the 9 calls that we need to make each day based on our goal. You can see the other columns here where we input leads, appointments, contracts, and the volume written for both sellers and buyers. The program automatically creates a line for every day of the year so that you make your entries each day, one day at a time. And as you scroll down through the weeks and months, the totals always remain displayed at the top of the worksheet so you can see your actual progress toward your goals. As an aid to help you keep track of people you meet every day, the program provides templates, one for the buyer and another for the seller to help you record information as you speak with prospects and clients. Carry copies with you so that at the end of the day you can just take a few minutes and input that information into your names database and the appropriate Goal Matrix worksheets. So if your schedule looks a little haphazard like this one, and you'd like it to be a little more organized like this one, then let me recommend the latest version of the Goal Assistant Matrix. Just go to the website at www.goalmatrix.com and select the Buy Now button. The Goal Matrix program is a system that will help you stay focused on your business and bring you closer to achieving your goals. Order your copy today. Thanks for your time. So long.